Yeah.
Is there anything you do to stimulate your imagination when you get in a rut?
Yeah, I mean, reading books, I think, or just going online, reading like Entrepreneur. I mean, I have it on my feed.
Are you a magazine reader? You like articles more? Are you a book reader? What do you do?
Probably magazines, because that's more my time frame in life with kids and all that. It's easier for me to read a magazine article than
You read magazine articles?
Yeah.
Okay, a lot?
I mean, I read Entrepreneur. I read they put out probably 15 articles a day. I probably read 5 of them.
Really? You just take them in?
Waiting at soccer practice or,
Yeah.
waiting on kids.
It's beautiful. So what we have to do is we have to put new information in our head to get new ideas.
Yeah, and case studies, marketing case studies, things like that.
One thing, and it's a little trick I do, is I like to take somebody out to eat who's successful in a given industry who I've never met and just suck as much information out of their head as possible.
Yeah.
And then I come back going like, oh man,
yeah,
that's awesome. And I can think of examples when I met with the founder of Hobby Lobby. It's a $1 billion business. It's home decor. And I'm like, how do you have a family business? How do you keep in touch with your family without fighting with your family?
Yeah.
And then he taught me, well, you have this thing called Family Day. And he laid it out. And I was like, all these new ideas came to me like, I could do a family day. And then I started noticing other great families that had a family day. And I thought, man, this is something this would be awesome. Yeah. So again, if you're stuck and you need more imagination, magazines are great.
Yeah.
Books, mentors, whatever you have to do to get that knowledge, watching tons of Thrive. Now, point number 8 of what you need to know to grow. Management equals metrics. The famous management expert, W. Edwards Deming, my main man, wrote, you can't measure what you can't manage what you can't measure. You can't manage what you can't measure. What's he talking about?
Yeah. So flow charts are my favorite thing. I think I showed you a flow chart the other day.
Talk to me about the flow chart. Talk to me about why you like a flow chart.
So flow chart, and I don't really like flow charts, my favorite thing, but I think from a measurement standpoint, for marketing, for one, you're doing 10 or 15 different things. You've got your social media going, you've got a little PR, maybe you're spending some money, you've got, referrals coming in from, your employees or whoever. So really kind of laying out where your customers are coming from.
So let me just an example here. Let's say we're working with a grocery store.
Okay.
And we might say, how many of your clients came in from Google?
Right.
How many came in from what? Mailers?
Right.
From TV?
Social media.
Radio, social media.
Referral.
Media. And let's say referral. Okay. So then you, just so we're on the same page, if we're managing a company effectively, we would literally want to start off the meeting and say, how many deals came in from referrals this week?
Right.
And then this is what I have found, that without the facts, it equals the wrong acts. So what happens is, if you don't know the facts, so here's a bad meeting. How many came in from referrals? Well, I feel like it's been pretty good, pretty strong. How many specifically? Well, we don't track that. We're more. I feel like it's a guy, ear to the ground. I feel like it's about. I don't really know. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, a good meeting would be, how many referrals came in? 1. How many came from Google? 4. How many mailers? 0. How many TV? 6. How many radio? 1. How many social media? 8. You look at it and you go, well, probably need to stop doing those mailers. Probably need to cut back on radio. Probably need to beef up.
Right.
That's all it is.
And I like to put also how much money you spend on each.
How much money
so
you spend
can look at, referral, what you're spending and how much
So let's just pretend that we had 1K on all of these. Under that scenario, it makes it somewhat easy to make that decision. But if there's all different amounts, you have to figure out, how that relates to the money you're spending. So but if you can't measure it, you can't manage it.